going on, everyone? Today we have to talk about ZORA because, as you guys can see, ZORA is up 12.7% inside of the last 24 hours. So some people are probably curious what's going on inside ZORA, and we're trading inside of a very particular pattern. So we're going to talk about that today. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, and none of this is financial advice. But anyways, let's get straight into it. So before we start, we're going to break down some numbers. Like I said before, 12% in the last 24 hours, 9% in the last 7 days, still down 29% in the last month, about 155 million inside of trading volume, 301 million in market cap. As you can see here, the holders have been increasing. I don't know how they have that many holders, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. But let's kind of go over a few other things here at ZORA, because as you guys can see, the price is absolutely going crazy. Like, this is actually a pretty big pump, right? And it was actually going to continue on a downtrend, but it got stopped here by this support. So as you can see, it broke out of our pattern here, and this pattern is called a bullish symmetrical triangle because we came at it from a uptrend, right? So when you look over here, this is a bullish symmetrical triangle, and we actually broke out of it very, very briefly, but we had a strong support and we hit that support, and now we're bouncing up from there. But right now, what we want to do is not break down below this trend line on this symmetrical triangle, because if we go below this point and then we continue the downtrend, that is very bearish for ZORA. And if also Bitcoin goes down as well, and Bitcoin falls from this falling wedge, because a falling wedge is actually a bullish pattern and Bitcoin is trading in the falling wedge, but it only has like a 72 or 77% win rate to the upside. So there's actually a possibility that Bitcoin could break below 100K. And if that happens, I think the bull market could get invalidated, right? It could get invalidated if it goes below 100K, going closer to 85K. Definitely if it goes below 85K, right? Then it could invalidate the bull market. So we will have to wait and see for that. Hopefully we can stay on the upside here with this falling wedge on Bitcoin. But let's go back to ZORA, because as you can see here, ZORA is now breaking back into the bullish symmetrical triangle here. But the percent R trend exhaustion here is actually showing that the short-term trend is breaking out away from the long-term trend. So the white line here on the percent R trend exhaustion represents the short-term trend, while the blue line is representing the long-term trend. And notice how the long-term trend is down, because as you can see, it's been down since October 31st, as you can see over here. So all of that selling is what brought this down, and then it stayed oversold down here. And now you can kind of see a little bit of a breakaway from it, but it looks like this pullback could end it all, right? If the pullback continues, it could end it all. So we do not want to see this pullback continuing. We want to see this continuing on an uptrend. So hopefully it doesn't continue pulling back, but we'll have to just, be calm, wait and see. On the hourly chart here, the MACD is showing a lot of selling pressure is starting to come in. So you can see that, and then you can also see on the percent R trend exhaustion, kind of overbought, and now it's kind of reversing here. So hopefully, again, it doesn't reverse lower than this level here. So we don't want to see it going below this 5-cent Fibonacci here, because if that happens, then yeah, we're probably going to have a nasty pullback. And if that happens there in ZORA, we'll have to see what happens at Bitcoin. We'll see if Bitcoin can break out, because if Bitcoin can break out, then it could end up pulling ZORA up, right? So it's always a good thing to have Bitcoin lead the way. But if you look at the percent R trend exhaustion on Bitcoin, it's kind of doing the same thing, where the short-term trend is breaking away from the long-term trend. So the long-term trend is showing bearish, but the short-term trend is breaking away, showing bullish. So it's almost like a bull trap in a way. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. This right here could be seen as a double bottom. So that's also a bullish pattern, if that is a double bottom right there. And this right here is the double bottom right down there to the bottom of the screen. So it looks exactly like what we have right here in Bitcoin. That's definitely a double bottom. So we have two bullish signals here for Bitcoin. We have a falling wedge followed by a double bottom. But what else are we going to be looking for? Like, what else do we have to look for? Because it still looks like it's a little bit weak, right? That's why I'm saying, like, if we go below this area where he just had a double bottom, which is like a bullish sign, if we go below the bullish sign, oh yeah, then we're coming down here towards 94K and then eventually 85K. So we'll have to sit around and wait. But yeah, that's how it's looking right now. I'll keep you guys updated with ZORA as well as Bitcoin, because right now it's a little bit confusing here. Bitcoin's still playing out the same thing on the %R trend exhaustion that I've been tracking for a very long time here, and it's still going through that same pattern. So we'll have to just wait and see. But as for ZORA, getting back to ZORA, let's go back to the daily chart here. I think that ZORA could have more another pullback if Bitcoin continues that pullback. If you come over here to the MACD, you can actually see all of this selling pressure here, but it does look like it's ready to reverse, doesn't it? Like right around here, it really does look like it's ready to reverse. So there's always that possibility of bullish reversal here. So we just gotta wait a little bit longer to see what happens, because if this does and it breaks out up here around 10 cents, then we're in good territory. So if you see ZORA getting up to 10 cents, just know we're in very good territory if we get up to 10 cents, and then we can break out and then head up here to new highs at 20 cents. That's the next resistance after our Fibonacci resistance at 12 cents and the all-time high at about 14. So that's what we're looking at here for the upside on ZORA. So there you have it. We covered both the upside and downside potential here for ZORA. I'm going to lean more towards the upside because I think the overall market structure is pretty bullish. So I'm going to lean a little more bullish, especially with the different signs that we just now seen with Bitcoin. I mean, we're inside of a falling wedge. We have a bullish double bottom. Not only that, we also have a lot of oversold levels here on Bitcoin when it comes to the %R trend exhaustion. And then you can see the same overselling here on the %R trend exhaustion for ZORA as well. So usually it likes to reverse in these situations here. So that's what's leading me to think that we should have a reversal. And also it looks like it's reversing here on the MACD. So with all of that, with the chart patterns, the Fibonacci's, with everything going on, it definitely looks like we're probably going to be going up a little bit higher. And it looks like we were saved. So like I was saying before, coming back to the smaller time frames, I meant to push the 4-hour one, but coming back to the smaller time frames, like I was saying before, if we break down below this level and then we start creating new lows below 5 cents, then that is going to end whatever bullish thesis we had. Now we got to sit back and wait even longer. But yeah, anyways, this is pretty much all I got for that. But also, this person said the founder of Uniswap just made a ZORA, and ZORA is pumping it as well as Uniswap. So Uniswap was pumping a lot earlier this week. It's up 50% in the week, so that's pretty good. And yeah, that's the founder right there. He now has a ZORA, so that's pretty interesting. And I think this could be bullish for ZORA. But yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out. We'll have to see if he even does anything, or if he just makes an account just to make his presence known, right? Because he wants to feel, some type of ego struggle. Maybe he just wants his presence known in there, right? But anyways, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. We'll talk about the prices and the charts later on in another video. Shout out to you guys. Hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. And as always, I'll be back with another video.